Hi, and welcome back to another video with me. As you guys know, I don't consider myself a good builder. Some people say I'm alright, but I personally don't think I'm the best. But yeah, so today we're doing another build battle. No, not build battle, another build practice. Yeah. For those who weren't here last time, I have a 13 by 13 square, and I have 35 minutes to build the thing, 10 minutes to design, 10 minutes to build the outside, the exterior, 10 minutes to decorate it, 10 minutes to build the interior, and lastly a 5-minute wildcard. With that being said, let's go. Alright, so I think I'm just gonna, compared to this which was a shop, I think I'm gonna make a house, a normal house. So let the timer start. So when building this, I decided to make it out of stone, or like similar a grey palette for like the bottom. For the top I used brick and mud, and I wanted to make it like slightly moss themed, since some of my best builds, in my opinion, incorporated a lot of moss. But in the end I didn't really use that much, which is a shame, but I could probably do that next time. I'll admit, this build wasn't my best one. It was just a block. It was just like a big block. And actually, I was considering doing it similar to the first build I did for this like build practice series, with it like having a slight overhang from like the sides and like just around to make the top half slightly larger. But I decided not to do that for this one for some reason. I could do that next time, but you know, that's for later. That's for later me to decide. Anyway, I forgot to add the build. I forgot to add a roof for this. You know, so by the end of it, you just see me start rushing to incorporate a roof. Yeah. Is what it is, but with this we end the first part of the 35 minutes. Alright, so, yeah. That was 10 minutes up. So, from now, we do the 10 minutes decorating. As you can see, we started decorating from there, and then I forgot to do the roof. But yeah, I can do that in this bit. We could just say the roof is decorating. Anyway, let's go. So, you know, I should really write a script, you know. But where was I? Yeah, so I'm basically rebuilding. Well, not rebuilding. I'm basically building the roof now. It's gonna be basically the same design as the other house and most houses I have. Well, most of the newer houses. I spaced the windows as well compared to last time, because it just looked like they were too close in my opinion, so I just made the gap between them larger. I then started adding like details to the actual, you know, to the walls, because in order to make it less just stone and just add a bit more variation. I probably could have made a more specific pattern, but I mean, this is the pattern I use a lot. So I mean, if it was bigger, I probably would have looked nicer. But yeah, with the exterior, I then added, you know, the windows. Most of them were just glass panes, but I decided to add like the windows which I did on the other build, and for I guess like a balcony window. Not a balcony window, just like a covered window. What's it called again? I forgot the term. what's it called? Oh, it's an overhang. That's the one. But yeah, I just gave a bunch of windows some overhangs. Like, I then added like I added one for the front window too, actually. Kind of like how you would see in a shop. And some of the other builds I have that as well. I also gave it a chimney. I think the chimney should have been slightly smaller. Now when I look back at it, but it should be fine. I also gave like buttons because it looked flat. I think I added too many, but I added them just to make it look like that it's not just like a, just a flat cuboid, I then added like a fence, and with that, it's done. Alright, so we're done with the exterior. Mostly, I'm not too happy with it, I think it's just too blocky. Like, it doesn't particularly, it just looks flat, right? Looks like a flat build at the moment. But yeah, I guess we'll have to correct that in like, if we can in the 5 minute, we'll have to correct it in the 5 minute thing at the 5 minute thing at the end. Anyway, on to the interior. The interior usually isn't my favorite part when doing these quick builds, because I don't really have time to think about what I want to add, So a lot of the time I just do instead of think, which honestly makes it not the best. Then again, this is, as I said, I think I said this last episode, it's the 10-minute. Yeah, the interior is only 10 minutes compared to the outside, which is 20 minutes. I could make it twice as long. Maybe that will help me think on what I want to do. But at the end of the day, with it being only a 13 by 13 block border for the house, for the build, you can't really do much for the insides. I mean, it's like one room only. One or two, well, 2 rooms basically, compared to, let's say, just a bigger house, But yeah, I tried to give them like rooms. I tried to give them a bedroom, a bathroom, a kitchen, a living room, but it was a bit small, a bit tight, a bit of a tight squeeze. But I think if I keep doing this, eventually I'll be able to make it nice at a tiny scale. Don't get me wrong. I mean, I've done small rooms, but those usually take me a while because I'm just trying to think about what looks nice. Here, I'm not really thinking, as I've said earlier, and I'm just rushing. But yeah, with this, we consider the interior quote-unquote done. Right, so this isn't my best build, that's for sure. I think I was focusing too much on, I don't know what I was doing. I just wasn't focusing. I mean, it is what it is, but it's not the best, It doesn't look like the best. It's not like the best build I've had. So, yeah. With this, we start the 5 minute wildcard, I guess. So, I forgot to give him a door, so I gave him a door. I decided to also give him curtains as well. So like, and lights, because that's another thing I forgot to add. But most of the 5-minute was just to make the outside look nicer. I made like their garden look nicer, so I probably could have added like a tiny tree somewhere, so that it took away from just the flatness of the house. Maybe added vines or something similar to that. I could probably do that next time. But yeah, I also gave him like a tiny rock, a moss rock. Yeah. Well, that wasn't really much to add. But I mean, it looks fine in my opinion now, but it could still be better. Right. So we finished the build, and it's not the best, but I think it's alright. Could be better. So yeah. I don't know what else to say. Anyway. Shaders time.